So the bones came together, bone to bone. I looked, tendons and flesh appeared, and covered them with skin, but there was no breath in them. So they were created. A robot is just sitting on a shelf somewhere. It has no breath in it until you turn the button on. Till you turn the button on. Call from the four winds. Demons. The demon traveled arid places. Winds. Arid, dry, arid places. Searching for rest, couldn't find anything, so it came back to its old tabernacle that he'd just left. Brought 7 more with it, many members that belonged to that legion, and it entered into a human. They're looking for a tabernacle. This is Illuminati. This is Illuminati of the darkness. Because Christ is the true light. He's the true Illuminati. Jesus said, "Careful that the light that you have in you is not dark. That light of darkness is Satan, and it lives inside of you. Illuminati lives in you." All right. Call from the four winds. Traveled arid places. Right? Four winds. Winds. I used to think that I was catching people, humans, like targeted individual stuff. I thought people were tracking me, harassing me, because I could hear things. And it made me insane. And nobody could help me. I don't just hear it here. I hear it everywhere, and I hear it in here. Science will, you go to my website, it's called ChristTheTrueLight.com, and you look on the blog section under technology, I believe is what it said. Yeah, under technology, there's a 4-part series, and it's called Prophetic Truths. There's the first, second. What I'm looking at right now is the third one. It's Prophetic Truth, Characteristics of Wind and Air. Inside of here, I have a link that you can click and confirm what I'm about to say to you. There's a link in there. It's about subvocal voices. The psychiatrist Lewis Gold or whatever. It's about schizophrenia and stuff. Wanted to know. Oh, excuse me, I'm so sorry. Wanted to know whether auditory hallucinations in schizophrenia had anything to do with the phenomenon of subvocal speech. Are the experiences that schizophrenics describe as having voices in their head merely an unintentional mutterings of speech muscles? If so, why would schizophrenics happen to notice their subvocal speech while healthy people don't? Gold designed an experiment using a technique called electromyography, or EMG, which measures muscle activation through time. He gathered a group of schizophrenic and healthy patients and one by one recorded their vocal muscle activity. When Gold compared the EMG recordings of schizophrenic patients as they experienced auditory hallucinations to those of non-hallucinating patients, he found that when the patients were hearing voices, the EMG recordings showed greater vocal muscle activation. They weren't even speaking, but their vocal muscles were moving. The result meant that when the schizophrenics were hearing voices in their head, their vocal muscles were contracting and they were engaging in subvocal speech. But the non-schizophrenic people did not have that kind of reading, but the schizophrenic people did. So science confirms the voices that schizophrenic people are hearing are coming from inside of their body. Science backs me up. It's coming from inside of that person. Where was the Legion inside of Mark 5? The man in Mark 5. Where was he? Legion. My name is Legion, for we are many. Where was he? He was inside of that man. The demon left its home, traveled arid places, couldn't find a place to go, couldn't find rest, returned back to the home it just left. inside that tabernacle of that human. Inside. Cast it out. Pluck it off. Cut it off. The many member. Get rid of it. That body. It's better for your whole body to go in lame or, without an arm. I don't really know how I said it. It's better for your whole body to enter into life with one arm than for your whole body to be burned. Right? Okay, so inside, get rid of that demon in you. Sin. That man of sin, that individual member to that body of sin. Get rid of it. Pluck it out. Cut it off. Body. That's why he used body parts as an analogy so that we can understand that that spirit is a body, is a toe, is an arm. Paul talked about this, but Paul was comparing to the body of Christ, those saved souls that are in all of us, because that's what Christ is. Or the demons, which is what Jesus exposed. They both exposed Illuminati. Jesus talked about the word. He said, careful that the light in you is not dark. Okay, so Christ lives in you. Who is this wind? I've got videos of demons walking around my property. Drove me crazy. This chattering noise all the time. I hear a voice inside of me. Science proves it. It confirms it, backs me up. I'm not lunatic, I'm not crazy. I'm no longer suffering either. But I was. I have. I hear God speak to me. He's inside my physical body. Schizophrenia, right? All right.